Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Fuck. It just catches me. Alright, well. I guess I'm going this way.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
You're welcome.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Oh my god, it is
After
an old
receiving
game.
critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
What?
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Okay.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
What's that way? I don't want it.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go.
Okay, wait,
Finally, at long last, it's on to the new content.
Okay.
I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Which is just nothing.
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh, I don't get any more jumps. Oh man.
Is that it?
Oh man.
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator.
Okay.
Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
Yeah.
This is new content.
I do think it would be exciting. If you're not able to jump before and now I'm able to jump 20 hours.
I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more.
I don't have time for
Very
that.
good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else.
Yeah.
Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Holy throwback.
It's my fault, Stanley.
Holy throwback.
I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks.
No.
Just you and me having a great time together like always.
No.
What do you say, friend?
No. Wait, I don't want to restart. I don't want to restart. What the fuck?
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
No.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a... Oh, never mind. You're not a dog.
I don't like this, Robert. Robert, I swear to God, if this brings me back to the start of the game.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special, and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret.
Holy shit.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see,
Oh my
Stanley,
God.
doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back
I was
then,
8 years
video
old.
games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Go outside, don't play for 5 years. I didn't get that achievement.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10
Wow.
from Destructoid.com.
So what is this? Just stroking your own
James
ego
Stephens
again,
telling us,
guys?
And I quote, "We're so many games that aspire to be more than games, end up less than any form of art. Stanley Parable
You know,
strives and then succeeds to be every game
I'm not
ever
hating
created."
how this looks in
Did you
here,
hear
though.
that, Stanley?
Kind of looks
Every
nice. It's
game
kind of
ever
calming.
created.
It's kind of
That's how
soothing, some would
grand
say.
and all-encompassing the original Stanley
But I do
Parable
think this
was.
would have a lot of algae
It
in
was
it.
literally
A lot of
every game
mold.
ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore.
Can I leave?
It's just
I don't
a
want to be in this
husk
room
now.
anymore.
A lifeless husk.
It's a really
with an
boring
hour of
room.
New elevator
Ooh.
content.
Cut. Okay, so it doesn't want me to do that. The original remake. What?
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect.
I don't
It
care!
didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone. To spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
I don't care. Ooh, escape.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
How do I go out this door? Wait, how do I go out that door? Serious room. How do I go out that door? Blue door. Oh, maintenance.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
What's over here? I can't even read that one.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking.
This is not what it says.
Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and
That's
airy
not
as
what it said.
Well,
Am I reading the wrong one?
but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
What the fuck?
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verb. Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes. It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with.
How long's it been now, eh?
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much...
Tell me how much time.
I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire...
Is he gone? Is he gone? Did I get rid of him? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, listen to that. Listen to that. Listen to that. Silence. You know what that looks like? You know what that looks like. A skip button.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed.
Okay, okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. I just had to shut him up for a little while. Skip.
The end is never the end, 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 is
Stanley, I'm not liking the ones where you're quiet here. I'm not gonna lie. I just realized I don't have a door. Holy shit, it's degrading. The whole building is degrading to nothing. Huh. I can see the light. And now. Click the button again. What the fuck? Wait, I want to go outside. Oh, fuck. Oh my god, my skip button. Come back. Come back, come back, come back, come back, come back. What's happening? I'm playing the Stanley Parable. If you've ever seen it on YouTube, it's an old game. Came out in 2013, and I'm playing the Ultra Deluxe Edition. So I'm playing the new content that came out in 2022 right now because I just beat the game, like the original part of the game. And my skip button no longer works. So what am I... Ooh, there's an escape. What the fuck happened? I feel like there's only so far this game can let me walk. Shit. Oh, there we go. Alright, where am I now? What's happening? Fuck!
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Fuck.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Is it the same thing that you just did show me? Can you turn this off again?
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
What?
Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions.
Robert!
This is what fans have truly been
Robert!
asking for.
Robert, we talked about this.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's
Robert.
future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going
So
to
this
be.
is...
But let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing.
Okay, do we get to jump?
I figure
No.
that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more
Holy
of a...
shit.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
What? The button that says the name of the player that's playing the game. I want to see
For the
this.
Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name... Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply
I
become a person
am
named
Jim.
I want you to imagine yourself...
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up
Shut
the
up!
story. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim.
Jim.
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button.
Thank
Why don't you
God.
go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on? Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. They would appreciate what I've created here.
Epilogue. I don't want to go that way yet. Okay. I want to see what the reassurance bucket is. Please no screenshots. What's in here? No. Infinite hole. I want to see the reassurance bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's
Really?
true.
Really?
As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the
Where's my
bucket is in
skip
your
button?
arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution.
Where's my skip button?
Give it a try. Can you feel it?
No.
The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair,
What is
must already be
this?
sweeping through your body. And
Go
in fact,
back on the
can I say that
fucking...
I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well. I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Do I have to fucking hold this bucket forever now?
The Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
New plus easy achievement. Infinite hole. I want to go on that. I want the achievement first though. Pull lever, receive your achievement, no more steps. Just works. Wait.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world.
I want it.
who have been uproariously
I want it.
demanding this feature.
I want it.
Yes, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
What I've learned from this game, persistence is key. Fuck, I should have left the bucket back there. Normally he gets mad at me by now. I feel like there's nothing with that.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
The infinite hole.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game.
What if I jump
fact
in?
A hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games.
Oh man, I should know.
See? Isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things. Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite?
Is it?
Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity.
Infinite
For
is
one,
forever.
the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinite?
Just the two
I
of us.
figured
We
the
can
hole
make
was
it
as
if we
deep as
try. Just the
anyone
two
would
of us.
actually
Just the
need.
two of
Don't
us.
you
Just the
put
two of
this
us.
on me.
Buildings,
Maybe
castles
you're
in
the
the sky.
problem.
Just the two of us. You and I. That's a song.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
No,
If
it's
that
a
works
sort of
for
infinite
you,
hole.
Then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on.
No, it's a sort
I'll
of deep
just be up
hole.
here when you're ready.
No, it's a sort of deep hole. I'm not ready. I don't agree with what you have to say. Fuck it. I don't want to sit down here
Great.
forever.
Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird view. Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a lot
Oh,
less time
really?
in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes.
This is
I'm
not
starting
deep
to
hole
become
anymore.
extremely certain that the hole is not only not
Really?
infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite.
Really?
I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep.
Really?
By the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of
Really?
the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at
Yes.
this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation.
No, it's actually not working.
Working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful
Wait!
rest of eternity.
Wait! Come back! Robert! Robert! Wait. Robert! 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 I don't like being alone. Come back. Come back? Robert? Uh, um... Whoa. This is fucking awesome. Yeah, now what is fucking happening?
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley!
Huh?
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there.
Sorry, I was
drifting
taking a
away to
nap.
dreamland.
Wait.
But we can't have that, Stanley. Because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every
No.
second of it.
No.
So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Wait. Oh. What just happened?
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Wait. What's in here?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons.
Happy
But I'm
12th
undecided on
birthday,
get
step
well
niece.
someday and happy 12th birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
Ah,
12th
fuck!
birthday step niece it is.
I thought get wells.
Maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on. Come now. You've already made your choice. It's true that you chose badly, but we all have to move on from our mistakes.
Some people just can't live with their mistakes. I am some people. Let me press this button. I really can't live with my mistake. I really want get well someday. Fine. 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 I'll get over it. No, I won't. We need get well someday. Fuck you, Robert. I was gonna call him Roger. I wonder if I can get the achievement now. Okay, persistence is definitely not key still. Oh my god, the jump circle.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Okay, I have one jump. I want one jump. This is lame. Exit. There's an exit that way. I missed the whole staircase. Can you find them? Can you find them? Can you find them?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Whoa. Why'd my screen go black? I want more of those collectibles.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Interesting. I want those collectibles. Fuck. I thought maybe walking away and going back would give me the collectibles. So I just go to the exit now? Here, let's see. Jump circle. This map? Oh. Free achievement. The button that says the name. Merch? Oh. I haven't even seen the merch yet. I want to see the merch. Okay. I'd wear the one that has the brain on it. Oh, I haven't seen this yet. Oh, fucking baby. I didn't go to the epilogue yet. I want to go see what the epilogue is. What's up here? Settings, world champion. He changed it to mostly infinite hole. No. Okay. Okay, I guess I can't go that way then. Alright. What is that? It's a girl with a brain of Stanley. Office, epilogue, collection, collectibles, infinite hole, exit. Reassurance book. Yeah, we're just gonna go to the exit because I've seen everything. I've seen literally everything here. I kind of want to jump in that hole
All right.
again.
Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yeah. What's in here?
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
What the fuck is that?
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold
Wait!
on. Let me do a different arrangement.
Let me down there.
Okay,
No!
Yes.
No!
Yes.
I
This
got the
is
lever.
much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley?
This might
This
be
isn't
worse.
a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With
Okay,
respect,
how are we gonna do
with
this?
care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Fuck! Wait, what? Oh my god. I clicked to skip. Wait, what?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had... Stanley picked up the bucket.
I had to. Wait, new content room's gone. Shit.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Fuck! I'm going right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something
Is
up
this
there I
just
need
the
you to
same
do.
game?
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him.
Oh my god, I never followed it all the way in the original game.
But Stanley chose not to think
Fuck.
of this obvious fact.
I killed
He was
myself
firmly
and I went
convinced
down
that the
here.
bucket had spoken to
I'm
him,
going down.
And he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked. No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would
What?
explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
No. This door's gonna open if it wants to or not. How is the door gonna open now? Fuck it, we're going in.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Holy shit, I'm a genius.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Shit, I told you so, brother. I'm the goat. I know. I know everything. I know everything.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
No.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
Is it? Is it though? Is it? Is it now? You may think so, but I don't think.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Yeah.
What? Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one.
Alright, no problem, bro. I got you.
Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a bucket.
What the fuck?
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
No.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha. Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. Should be around here somewhere.
Send it out, big dog. No, it is not a bucket.
Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless... Is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
Yeah. Except for
You know
buckets.
what?
Buckets aren't
I'm
buckets.
too confused to even sort it out. I've lost...
Buckets aren't buckets, but buckets are buckets. But also buckets aren't buckets, and everything is a bucket, but nothing is isn't a bucket. So technically, everything is a bucket, but nothing
all
is a
sense
bucket.
of perspective. What is a
'Cause
bucket?
buckets aren't
What
buckets.
isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago, I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
But to answer your question, you are a bucket, but you're also not a bucket, because everything is a bucket, but nothing isn't a bucket. Therefore, everything is a bucket, but buckets aren't buckets, but buckets are also buckets. So you know what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm trying to lay down?
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay, here we go. What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket?
You see, not to say I told you, but everything is a bucket, but everything is also not a bucket. So therefore, everything isn't a bucket, but nothing isn't a bucket. But therefore, everything is a bucket. And buckets aren't buckets, but buckets are also buckets. So technically, you're getting rid of everything, because everything is buckets, because everything is not buckets. But buckets are buckets. Sometimes buckets with buckets can be buckets inside of buckets to show a bucket. Not to say I told you so, but I told you so.
Bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket.
Yep.
Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket
No,
after
you
all.
are a
And
bucket.
you, Stanley, you're still
No,
here.
I'm a bucket
You're
too.
not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets.
No, we are buckets.
Yes, I actually feel much more at ease.
Hey, listen, Robert. Listen. I know we said everything isn't buckets, but we also said everything is buckets. So we are buckets, but we're also not buckets. So we didn't get erased because it's like we're on the line. We're on the line, and the game didn't really want to get. You didn't really want to get rid of us because we're the whole point of this game. Because without us, what is the Stanley Parable? Without me, what is the Stanley Parable? Without Stanley, what is the Stanley Parable? Robert, you could go fuck off. But without me and Stanley, we're the goats. So why would we get rid of us? Why would you get rid of yourself? Come on, Robert. Let's think here. Think, Mark. Think. What will you have after 500 years?
He's right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Cool. So what happens if I complete the game? The second
Stanley
game
knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others.
With a
Stanley
bucket.
lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Cool. So we're gonna do this, but we're gonna listen to
Stanley
everything he
clutched the
says
bucket tightly to his chest
because
and entered the door
we did just
of
beat the
death.
game. originally, but with this time we're gonna beat the game with a bucket.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was coming to a staircase. Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of... But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket...
I'm a fucking genius, that, by the way.
Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Yeah? No! I saw a collectible.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate.
I need to go back up.
All
I need to go back up.
himself together, if not for the bucket, soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing.
What if I go back and press the number 3 a whole bunch? It's gone now.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over. Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who would... After taking some time to show the bucket around the boss's office, Stanley at last went to the keypad, where he began eagerly pressing the number 3 again and again.
No, I'm done. I'm done. I don't want to press the number 3 anymore. Is it collectible here?
Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from
I want that collectible. Is it gone forever now? How the fuck do I get that? Ah!
A hint of regret nagged in the back of Stanley's mind. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read,
So,
Mind Control Facility.
I'm just curious what happens if I, like, just complete the game with the bucket.
The lights rose on an enormous room
'Cause-
packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Oh my god. No way.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored
Like a guinea pig. Like a guinea
The
pig.
bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly
Like a
burst
guinea
into
pig.
tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket
All right,
under
come
the
on down.
control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
Buckets are
These
buckets, everything are
questions
buckets,
raised
because the buckets want to do
curious
things, but
Stanley's
buckets also don't want to do things, because nothing is a bucket.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't
No!
his own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed
No!
tighter. His one friend in the entire
No!
world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content.
I wonder if I can complete the game
Walking,
now, like the
eating,
actual...
working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
I'm
As the
curious,
cold
but I'm also
reality of
not
his powers began to
curious.
sink in. Stanley decided that this machinery would never... Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness.
And then it opens, and we're gonna get a great view again.
Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door.
But Stanley has a
The
wife and
bucket
kids.
wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and to... What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
No!
Silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket.
Aw, man.
No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to
Ah,
himself. As
man.
long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I?
Won't I?
Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Is there another way to beat the game now?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps the confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley...
I feel like I need the bucket. I feel like I need the bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and
What am I
comfort
supposed
now
to-
more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd... Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it.
So,
He considered the possibility.
I didn't like this ending. I didn't like this part last time.
Left his post during work hours. He might be fined for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had
Fuck.
vanished. His boss.
I have to go through this fucking 10-minute monologue again?
Something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in
Fucking
his
hell.
arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange.
Woo-woo.
I thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these.
Am I trying to get the
He held the
collectible?
bucket close. Yet
Oh my God, I
felt none
should.
of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong.
Okay, this is a
Surely
different-
no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground.
Oh no, not again.
Gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him. Stanley! Stanley, it's me, the bucket. Could it
What?
truly be? He rushed forward from the room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket. Come to me,
Oh my God.
find me. He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
Let me guess. Melinda.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Ah!
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
Yo, how the fuck is she gonna backflip all the way? I want the other balloons back. I want the other balloons.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office? Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms,
I love my bucket.
he was home.
Love my bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly.
All right, now I need to find the collectibles.
And entered the door on his left.
I need to find these collectibles.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
28.
Stepping into
45.
the manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
28,
Was the
45.
bucket guiding him? Yes.
All right, let's see. Is the collectible there this time?
Logical explanation.
Yes, it is.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
I found the second one, bitch. All right, now I need to go down, and I'm not gonna beat this game this time. I'm gonna go hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Jacob redeemed hydrate. I'm going through the escape, the exit.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that
Motherfuckers,
at
hi,
the
YouTube.
fall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Like and subscribe.
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
I'm just gonna go through all of the routes that I went through in the first part of this game. There's a lot of them, but... Oh, fuck me. I die. And... dead. Like it's my impending doom.
Motion, and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise.
It's
Stanley
my
reflected
impending
on how
doom.
meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket. But what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death?
I don't care.
This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Goodbye, world. No! And then it drops me.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death.
But Stanley lived. Oh, look, here we go.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
Okay, it's different this time. You're standing at the precipice of knowledge. Much like bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within a cavernous void. Oh my god. But through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and substantiated. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn out here? What the fuck am I reading? Ah! Oh my god.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own?
Man, I don't really
Can
care.
you see the hubris that blinded him? Can
Man,
you
I don't really
see that
care.
The bucket is far more. No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling.
Man, I don't
to
really
behold
care.
as this one. It is man. who
Man, I
should
don't really
kneel
care.
Before the bucket.
Wait, what? I just stole the hanging bucket.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
Oh,
Let Stanley
fuck.
die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I'd save
decided to
Stanley.
go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Alright,
he
is there any
should get the memo.
collectibles over here? Not seeing it.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Wait, I don't have a bucket this time. What happens if I do this without a bucket? Oh, wait! Stairs, something to do with stairs. There will be a reward for collecting them all. Large room, lots of boxes. Okay, I know where that one is. Stairs, something to do with stairs. Not sure. Somewhere both red and blue. Okay, I know where that one would be. Private but smelly place for an important person. Bathroom?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Stairs. Here's the stairs right here. If I go down. I hear you.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs? What about...
Hey, bitch!
Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Fuck. Alright, we're gonna go back to the start. Go back to the start again. And then we're just
All
gonna
of his
go
co-workers
to...
were gone. What could it mean?
I don't even need the
Stanley
bucket. You
decided
see
to
the
go to
bucket?
the
You see the
meeting.
bucket? I don't
Perhaps
want the
he had
bucket.
simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set
I'm just
of
trying to
2 open
think.
doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach. Giddy but eager to get back to business,
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Is there gonna be one in here?
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Wait, I never took this path in the original part. I didn't even know this was here.
Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Okay. Okay.
No,
Okay.
no, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly...
Okay.
Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Yep.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This
Okay.
story is absolutely, definitely this way.
What the fuck? Where am I going?
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable.
Wait, what?
How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Fuck.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where's the bucket?
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on.
Wait, what the fuck?
Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Wait, what if I go this way? Oh my god, it's a fucking maze. No, I'm stressed out. I want my bucket. Oh my god. Did I find it? I think I found it. Everyone knows what you did. They're just holding back to let you torture yourself. Oh, nice. What the fuck?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No, I was gonna find the exit.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
Fuck, the
decided to go
bucket's
to the
not here.
meeting room.
Oh no,
Perhaps
I'm
he had
scared.
simply missed a memo.
I need my bucket. Oh my god, I need my bucket. Oh, now there's no doors.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Cup. You're lost without your bucket. I am lost without my bucket. Need my bucket. I'm stressed out. Oh my god, I need my bucket. I'm gonna die.
I knew we'd miss something.
What the fuck?
Story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
What the
Now this-
fuck?
Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
Yes, sir!
Well, do you know what?
Bring me back!
Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all.
Wait.
We both know you didn't put in any actual work.
No, I
to
like
win.
that.
Some people win fair and square.
No,
and
I like
this was
that.
not one of those situations. Okay?
No, I
I'm
like
weirded
that.
out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
No, I liked.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Okay.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
Okay.
Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Oh. Huh. I don't think I can climb walls.
Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
Okay.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully.
No.
You won't want to miss... Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ring... Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? After we trusted you, after everything
We got
we
back
saw,
here.
You... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Fuck!
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting.
What do you mean we? You're the one that's doing everything.
Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
We're getting advanced here.
Now, yes,
Robert.
this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination.
Rocket
Whatever it
League.
might be, Stanley. I'm ready for it.
Bring Rocket League back.
Oh, no, not you again.
Fuck.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Where the hell did that line just go?
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Okay.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin.
Yeah,
So
bro, you're
starting from the
you're
right,
just speaking
let's
right now.
ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Can I go left? Aww.
Oh, hold up, what's this?
Wait, what?
The confusion ending. You're telling me... That's what this is. It's all one giant ending. And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget?
Wait,
Well,
what?
what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall.
Game restarts
Well,
on its
Who
own.
consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The,
Wait,
whatever
what?
it is that made
What if
this
I just...
schedule?
Okay.
How would we even know? Oh. Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this
Oh
is a
my
kind of
god,
story, wouldn't you
bruh.
agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now.
Yeah, what?
We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
What are you talking
Well,
about?
In the meantime, if you do... All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a... Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled.
I got my
Never
bucket
be alone
back.
here, not truly alone.
I got my bucket back.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling
Yes,
him that
yes.
the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Yeah.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
I need to go this way because of the
Stanley took the door on
collectibles.
his left to go back to the meeting room,
Wait, how do I go to...
said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think
I
about
see
this
the
obvious
collectible.
fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again
Okay.
obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up.
Flashbang!
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him. The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Take me back home with you.
Lately, I've been concerned about him.
Where'd the
Wouldn't you
bucket?
be concerned as
Where'd the
well?
bucket go?
To see him delusional,
Where'd the
like
bucket go?
obsessing over an inanimate metal
Oh,
object.
we got scared.
I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Go back to work.
Oh, I'll try anyway.
Is this just an infinite
Stanley,
loop?
Can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think. It can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
Huh.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time,
How do
it
I
was
get up
me
there?
he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal. It's sad,
I suppose he doesn't need me anymore.
Yeah, damn straight.
From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it. Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more,
What the fuck are you saying?
Sturdier, more
What?
capable of.
Yo, I'm starting to think this guy's starting to hallucinate,
Like it
bro.
would be better at
Yo,
moving
it's
a
not me
mouse
anymore,
order
it's this
from
guy.
one
It's not me
room to
anymore, it's this
another.
guy.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
I don't like this ending.
No, I'm having feelings for the bucket. No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes, the bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to me now. Give it or I'll...
What? Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Fuck!
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
See you later,
he'd
Bucket.
simply missed a memo.
See you later, Bucket. See you later, buddy. See you later, Bucket.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I need to go pick up the collectible.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I need to go pick up the collectible.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I like it. Come on, come on, come on.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better
Stanlerines.
encapsulates the intrinsic
I like
sense of happiness
Stanlerines.
that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1.
Stanlerines.
On it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Better pick fucking Stanlerines or else. Or else me and you are gonna have a problem, buddy. Wait, what? Shit, it's gonna restart me.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path. You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording?
That'd be
It was
funny.
all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights.
Can I shut you off?
How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Oh. Okay. I guess I'm
All of his
finding new
co-workers
endings.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm going this way just because... actually, he said blue and red room. Wait, what the fuck?
When Stanley came to a set
Why
of
was
2
that
open doors,
room
this
blue?
was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Whoa.
Perhaps he wanted to stop
don't
by
like
the
that.
employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
This isn't... What
But
the fuck?
eager to get back to business, Stanley
It was
took the
okay.
first open door on his left.
I need to go this way. because I need to
Stanley
go
was
to
so
the blue and
bad at
red
following
rooms.
Directions. It's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think
I
perhaps
think
we've gotten off on the wrong
this
foot
way?
here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is...
I'm kind
that
of
the
tempted to go
story
that
has
way
been
without
about
the bucket
nothing
right
but
now, but I
you
also want to go
all
down
this
there.
time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Yeah.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to
Yeah.
happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
All right.
Look, let me prove
Where is it?
Let me
There it
prove
is.
that I'm...
You're getting close.
I found a
Stanley.
Stanley!
You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the
What are y'all-
first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
I don't want it.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
What if I actually do walk through the red door? I actually
Oh,
never
thank
did.
God, you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here.
Why am I just
Running
walking
and
in
running
circles?
and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Nah. Nah. Yeah. Restart.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
What the fuck?
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place... No, wait. Where are you going?
Whoa, where am I going?
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Interesting.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Too bad.
Please, Stanley.
Goodbye!
Oh, thank God. No. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what
I think
was
I see a
before.
pool down
If
there.
you die, we'll both
Robert,
go
I think
back.
I see a
Why do
pool
you
down
do
there.
this?
Robert, I think I see a pool. Ow. Look, I gotta go back up.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. My God. Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Pool.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore.
This
I
hurts.
just wanted us to get along.
How do I live?
I guess that was too much.
All
to
these
ask.
story falls.
It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Oh!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure together.
I love my bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his
I
left.
love my bucket. Alright, now I need to go to a private but smelly place for an important person.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Holy shit.
And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for
Oh my
the
God.
sake of doing it. where so many
my
people
God.
expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements,
Oh my God.
you've insisted that
This
a
is
job
great.
well done
This is
its
amazing.
own reward.
Oh my
I
God.
would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all.
Thank you.
But that would be like a reward, and we can't
Oh.
have that.
Oh, okay.
So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Okay. So now I need to find the machine with the lever. Wait, what? Okay, it's just an infinite elevator.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of... But Stanley guessed the correct code
By sheer luck.
Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Yeah.
Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Now I don't have any collectibles to collect. I don't really know if I should go up down again though, because that up down one took a long time. But I'm kind of tempted. I want to see what happens if I blow up the entire building. Because I remember that one. Where is it?
Stanley and the
Awesome.
walked straight ahead through the large door that
Just
read
took forever.
Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs.
Ugh.
I'd never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These
Bring it back.
questions raised fury.
No, Stanley says.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Alright, I'm gonna click
But here was the proof.
on
Part of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
On the
happy
thing.
Or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this... But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly, silly birds.
what the
The
fuck?
control buttons became active again. Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy. Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines, those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life?
No.
Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness?
Not really.
Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to
Fuck!
just one more time.
Wow. The light. I'm going into the light. I'm going into the light.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
I have 7. I have 7 now. And then there's gonna be one to my right.
And here was the second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own just by poking around behind the boss's
Oh my
office.
God.
You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then I had
I'm so
no
happy
faith
to
you
have
could find
more
any of them, let alone
Stanlerines.
6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways. Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand? Can you remember?
It was this one. I know it was this one. I know.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here, under the stairs. It was the third.
I
You picked it
know.
up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
Is it? Okay, but now I can't go up the stairs or this. Oh.
Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
No.
This was the 5th mini stand, and this one was really something special. It was by the red and blue doors. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
What? Okay. Let's see. What's that in there? Uh-huh. It's mini stand number 5. Okay. You know, I actually vividly remember that being mini stand number 4. Okay. Uh-huh. What is
Takes you back,
happening?
doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Okay, it doesn't really matter which door I go through. Okay, I have to go this way. The next one.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here in the boss's bathroom. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're
Figley.
all collected.
He changes their
It was
names
a
every single
moment
time. A
unlike
Stanley
any
is what I
other.
like to say.
Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
We're forgetting one. The box room and not the pink room, because the pink room doesn't exist in this game.
And then there was no more, because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, Memory Zone.
Oh.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the
Oh.
loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the Memory Zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Okay. We're going backwards now.
Okay, yes, the boss's bathroom. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the Memory Zone, this one is the most distinct and clear
I
in my
wonder
mind.
why.
Let's keep going. I want more.
Okay. Once more. Let me guess. I'm gonna get to see the video again.
And here's where I made that video. Don't
No,
you
no,
remember
no,
the
no,
video
no,
we
no,
watched?
no. Oh, thank God it's fast.
Yes, I love that video.
Oh. And then this pink room.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
A very solid room. I do like the pink room, if I do say so myself. Very nice,
These
very
really
nice
were a
pink
treat to hunt
room.
down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Yes, yes. I do want to go that way. Is there no option to go that way?
This was our second figure.
Okay.
Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going.
You got it, boss.
This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
I'm not quite sure. Oh fuck, we're back here. Wait, what?
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then. But time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it. Oh, yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory.
No! Why does it have a rosy filter?
And before everything else, there was your
There's a filter on
office.
the game now.
Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office?
No, there wasn't.
There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember. Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions, he would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh my god. It's like we just went back 4 hours in time.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
I don't need a bucket.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We're gonna listen to him. We're gonna listen to him all the way through because it's the last time. Reboot the game entirely?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
We're rebooting the game. We're listening into the light. What the fuck am I saying? We're listening to the whiteboard. That is what I was trying to say. We are listening to the whiteboard. Current time is 12:30. 12:39. Hang on. Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. A lot of people don't take the step seriously, they just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know that you care about this experience, you're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, picture whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time, you've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not
Now
a
it's back to
single
this.
person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might come to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
We're just gonna
Stepping into
complete
his
the
manager's
game here.
office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he
Fuck,
didn't
I
have
forgot.
a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
bucket. I should have picked up the bucket. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
There's no collectibles, okay.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now?
when for years it had never occurred to him. This question would not go unanswered for long.
I don't remember that line in the beginning of the game.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. he
Did
have
Stanley
the
think that to
strength
himself,
to
or
find
was that
out?
Robert?
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Come
Each bore
on
the
up,
number of an
Mr.
employee in the
Mr.
building, Stanley's co-workers.
Thingy.
The lives of so many individuals reduced
Come
to
on
images
up.
on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe.
There
it
I
couldn't
am.
Be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was
There,
happy
right there.
with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
No, Stanley thought to
No.
himself.
He refused to believe it.
Fuck,
He
that's not what he
couldn't
said.
accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was
Never.
unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with
And we're just gonna
emotions.
click off.
Happy or sad or
We're just gonna click
content.
off.
Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery...
Wait.
blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
This feels different.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still
This doesn't
lay
feel different
unsolved.
anymore.
Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
I want to see the building that I'm in.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley...
No, let me turn around and look at the building. Does it reset the game again? I don't remember. So does it restart the game and then it's just over? Or should I do it with the bucket?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled.
I need to see something.
Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him.
There's an achievement that says click on door 435 times.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No,
Yeah.
no. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. You see, now that you've gotten the bucket involved, my standards have gone up. Merely clicking a single door is no longer enough. Now, I want to see you press this bucket against multiple doors. Now, that's the kind of thing that merits an achievement. Why don't you put 20 bucket touches into door 417?
If I did this at the start of the game, would you be treating me like this, Mr. Gay? Is this what he meant?
Okay, great. Now, go touch the bucket on door 437 a few times.
Where's 437? I don't know where the 437 is.
Yes, now we're getting somewhere. How about door 415? Give it some bucket love.
The fuck?
Now back to door number 437. You know, I think the copy machine needs some attention. Why don't you rub the bucket on it a bit?
Fuck. Where's the fucking copy machine? Where's the copy machine? Where's the copy machine? I don't know where the copy machine is.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest, and this was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was...
Did you say
simply the
coffee or
place to be.
copy?
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes.
What if I just do this?
All of his co-workers... Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
So he's got different voice lines.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Okay.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so. Now, back to door number 437.
Okay. All right.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know. All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Okay.
Okay, Now go climb on employee 419's desk.
I'm not quite sure how I'm supposed to do that, but
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
all right, okay.
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Okay, all right, sounds good. Okay, all right.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door... Yes! We did it!
Okay. You know, I really want to find that one
That felt
machine.
amazing.
That one machine with the...
You really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back.
The
Yes,
lever.
I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking? When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow.
I don't
Yes,
know
this room.
where it would be.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
It's back here. Okay. I don't know where...
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to...
Ooh, I know where it could be. I know where it could be. I need to find it. I need to find it.
Gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
I remember seeing something earlier.
A strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of culture and distinction.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt
need
the bucket
to
calling to him, telling him that the
go
employee
all
lounge
the
was
way
simply
this
the place to
way.
be. And here it was. Had the
And through
bucket
this
turned out to be
door,
correct?
through
No,
this door.
never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. The embrace of an old friend, a weathered companionship.
I
that
wonder-
stands the test of time. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
It's like raining outside.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here.
What?
Supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley,
I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep.
Coming to a staircase,
All right.
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I don't know why I'm hearing rain now. I didn't hear any
Stepping
rain
into
before.
his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
I don't know if I... Maybe I needed to complete the game with the bucket this time. I need to complete the game with the bucket this time. To get the finish? Or
The
what?
elevator raced downward, plummeting towards.
Oh my god, I've been playing
unknown
this game for
fate.
4 hours exactly
It
now.
would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Okay.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
There's something different about this ending, I feel. Because there's rain. There wasn't
Monitor
rain
jumped
before
to life,
against the
and
windows.
Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Off or on?
Was the bucket under the mind
Off.
control facility's influence as well?
It's off.
Had
and
the
it's just a
bucket been
click.
told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past
What's up,
began to
Victor?
sink in, Stanley decided that
Off! Did I complete the game? Is it done?
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine.
I've been
Freedom
playing
was now
Stanley
mere
Parable
moments away.
for the last 5 hours.
Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn
And it's
to
not
roller
gonna
skate.
open all the way.
Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them
It's
wanted
gonna,
to begin watching a
if
movie
it stops
screen
here,
movie,
I'm just
but
gonna go
then
back to the start,
stop
and
it
there's one more
halfway
part that I
through
wanted to go
and begin
through.
watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned,
3,
but it was one they
2,
lived together, with
1,
another to lean on, to trust,
stop.
to support, and to... The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those. Stanley clutched the bucket
I
tightly
need
to
to
his- This was
do
not the
this
correct way to the
one
meeting room.
thing
Stanley had felt the
that I
bucket
wanted to
calling him,
do
telling him that the
from the
employee
start.
lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
I need to find the machine with the fucking lever.
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually. You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel.
What?
They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's
Okay.
do it. Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Oh my god.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
What?
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
I don't know, man.
Don't you get it, Stanley?
Wait, is
We
that
need
the
to get
machine?
rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me, it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does?
No.
Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
No.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular
I don't want to.
personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The Broom Closet?
What?
Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and... The Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Huh.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
I think I mean, I have no clue, but I do think that is all of the content in this game.